Yes, good morning, students. Now, again, I am back with one more case study that is from class 12 SQP, and it is based on probability. So, let's see how they have framed the case study. Excessive use of screen can result in vision problem, obesity, sleep disorders, anxiety, low retention problem, and can impede social and emotional comprehension. It is essential to be mindful of the amount time we spend on screen and reduce our screen time by taking regular breaks, setting time limits, and engaging in non-screen based activities. So now here actually our main question starts from here. In a class, students of the age group 14 to 17, the students were categorized into three groups according to a feedback form filled by them. The first group constituted of the students who spend more than 4 hours per day on the mobile screen or the gaming screen. Okay, so we can see here one group is who spend more than 4 hours per day on screen. Second group is spend 2 to 4 hours per day, and the third group is spend less than 2 hours per day on the same screen. Okay, so now we have categorized into three groups: more than 4 hours, between 2 to 4, and less than 2. So it's clear that this is based on the Bayes theorem, where we can find E1, E2 and E3 events are those who are spending more than 4 hours per day, 2 to 4 and less than 2. Now till here I think we read already. So from here, this one. The first group with the high screen time is 60% of all the students. First let me assign E1. Student spent more than 4 hours on screen. Okay, E2 I will assign as between 2 to 4, and E3 I will assign as less than 2 hours. Less than 2 hours. Fine. Now 60% of all the students first group, where second group 30% and the third group with low screen time is only 10% of the total number of students. That means these are the probabilities of E1, E2 given. So even we can say 60%. I will write in terms of fraction and in terms of probability, and this one I will not simplify, okay, because anyways further steps most of the common elements or common terms will get cancelled, so we will not simplify here, we'll keep as it is. Second group means P of E2 will be 30%, and the third group with low screen time is only 10%. So P of E3 we can finalize as 10. Now it was observed that 80% students of first group faced severe anxiety and low retention issues. 70% of the second group and 30% of the third group having the same symptoms. So A event we can assign here. A event we can say having or facing anxiety and low retention. Anxiety and low retention. So what is this 80%? What is this 80% of the students first group who are facing severe anxiety and low retention issues? What is this given 80%? 80% is actually probability of facing anxiety and low retention from first group. So this is actually A by E1 given, which is 80%. Okay. Then 70% of the second group having fear this anxiety and low retention issues means probability of low anxiety, low retention from where, if the student is from the second group, which is 70% given. Fine. And the third one is probability of anxiety and low retention from the third group, P of A by A3, which is 30%. Okay. Now all these probabilities we have mentioned here, we'll see how questions have asked. Okay, based on these information, we have to answer the questions. So first question says that what is the total percentage of students who suffer from anxiety and low retention issues in the class? This is based on total probability. Okay, that will make the denominator of the Bayes theorem actually. So total percentage means how can we find total percentage of students who suffer from anxiety and low retention? That means probability of A we should find, isn't it? Because A even we have considered as suffering from anxiety and low retention. So probability of total students who suffer from anxiety will be probability of A. What we can see here, maybe a student selected from first group and he has retention issues with the probability of A by even, or means add. Then maybe from the second group we selected a student and he has retention issues. Second group. So probability of E2 selecting group student from the second group and we found that he has retention issues. Or third case, maybe student from the third group we selected and we found the retention issues in the third group student. So this will be the total probability. Okay, these three cases we will add from the first group and then we found retention issues, second group and we found retention issues, third group and then we found retention issues. Okay, so now P of E1 we have already found out as 60 by 100, 60%. A by E1 is 80% plus E2 is 30% of the students and A by E2 is 70%. Then this will be 10 by 100 into 30 by 100. So if we simplify, we will get 48. So anyway, two zeros will get cancelled. So I am not writing only zeros, two zeros I will write. Again, I am not simplifying here. These two zero we can cancel. 21 by 100 and here we can cancel two zeros. So 100. So 48 plus 24 by 100. So answer will be 72 by 100. Actually question is what is the total percent of a student? Okay, so if you have to read carefully, okay, whether probability is asked or percentage is asked. So here question is what is the total percentage of students who suffer from. So therefore our answer will be 72%. Okay, otherwise probability we will simplify this and we'll write the answer. So 72% is the answer. Now coming back to second question. Second question says that a student is selected at random and he is found to suffer from anxiety and low retention. That means already which event has happened, that he has anxiety and low retention. We should find the probability that he spent screen time he is having more than 4 hours. More than 4 hours means our first group. So actually what we should find? We should find probability of students selected from the first group. Already what had happened, that he has found to have retention issues. So we should find actually P of E1 by A. So this is according to Bayes theorem. Total probability from the first question we have found, that we will copy same. But what is our favorable outcome? Actually if you see, Bayes theorem is also like our main theoretical approach of probability, and number of favorable outcome divided by total outcome. So here total probability we have found already, and what is favorable probability, that student should come from first group. So what we will do in that case, we will select E1, P of E1, we selected first group student, and what we got, that he has already retention issues. Okay, probability of selecting student from the first group and probability of having retention where we have selected from the first group. So now Total probability just now we found as 72 by 100. That 100 I will not cut here. P of E1 is 60%. Here it's given clearly, 60%. And A by E1, first group, 80, first group has retention issue, 80%. So see what we can cancel here. We can cancel these two zeros. Even these 100 from the same denominator we can cancel. So 48 by 72. Now here question is, what is the probability? Previous question was percentage. So here we should write in probability form. Okay. So we can cancel this. 48 we can cancel. 2 by 3. Final probability will be 2 by 3. This is what probability of the person or student selecting from the first group where already he has found to suffer from anxiety and low retention issues. I hope it's clear. Thank you. Thank you very much.